Hello friends, today we will talk about top 5 largest aircraft in the world. Number 1st Antonov and 225 MRIYA. Number 2nd Boeing 747-8. Number 3rd Airbus A380. Number 4th Lockheed C-5 Galaxy, and number 5th one is Antonov and 125 Ruslan. Let's go and enjoy the video. It was originally developed during the 1980s as an enlarged derivative of the Antonov and 124 airlifter for the express purpose of transporting Buran-class orbiters. On 21 December 1988, the An-225 performed its maiden flight. Only a single example was ever completed, although a second airframe with a slightly different configuration was partially built. After a brief period of use supporting the Soviet space program, the aircraft was mothballed during the early 1990s. Towards the turn of the century, it was decided to refurbish the An-225 and reintroduce it for commercial operations, carrying oversized payloads for the operator Antonov Airlines. Multiple announcements were made regarding the potential completion of the second airframe, however its construction has largely remained on hold due to a lack of funding. By 2009, it had reportedly been brought up to 60 to 70% completion. With a maximum takeoff weight of 640 tons, 705 short tons, the An-225 held several records, including heaviest aircraft ever built and largest wingspan of any aircraft in operational service. It was commonly used to transport objects once thought impossible to move by air, such as 130-ton generators, wind turbine blades, and diesel locomotives. Additionally, both Chinese and Russian officials had announced separate plans to adapt the An-225 for use in their respective space programs. The Boeing 747-8 is a wide-body airliner formerly developed by Boeing Commercial Airplanes, and the largest variant of the 747. After introducing the 747-400, Boeing considered larger 747 versions as alternatives to the proposed double-deck Airbus A380, later developed as the A380. The stretched 747 Advanced was launched as the 747-8 on November 14, 2005, for a market forecast of 300 aircraft. The first 747-8F freighter performed its maiden flight on February 8, 2010, and the passenger 747-8I Intercontinental followed suit on March 20, 2011. The cargo version was first delivered in October 2011 and the airliner began commercial service in June 2012. Its fuselage is stretched by 18 feet, 5.5 meters, to 250 feet, 76 meters, making it the longest airliner until the 777X, which first flew in 2020. While keeping its basic structure and sweep, the wing is thicker and deeper, holding more fuel, and wider with raked wingtips. Powered more efficiently than preceding 747s by a smaller version of the General Electric GEnx turbofan from the 787 Dreamliner, its maximum takeoff weight, MTOW, grew to 975,000 pounds. The Airbus A380 is a large wide-body airliner that was developed and produced by Airbus. It is the world's largest passenger airliner and only full-length double-deck jet airliner. Airbus studies started in 1988, and the project was announced in 1990 to challenge the dominance of the Boeing 747 in the long-haul market. The then-designated A3XX project was presented in 1994. Airbus launched the €9.5 billion, $10.7 billion, A380 program on the 19th of December 2000. The first prototype was unveiled in Toulouse on the 18th of January 2005, with its first flight on the 27th of April 2005. It then obtained its type certificate from the European Aviation Safety Agency, EASA, and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, on the 12th of December 2006. Due to difficulties with the electrical wiring, the initial production was delayed by 2 years and the development costs almost doubled. The Lockheed C-5 Galaxy is a large military transport aircraft designed and built by Lockheed, and now maintained and upgraded by its successor, Lockheed Martin. It provides the United States Air Force, USAF, with a heavy intercontinental range strategic airlift capability, one that can carry outsized and oversized loads, including all-air certifiable cargo. The Galaxy has many similarities to the smaller Lockheed C-141 Starlifter and the later Boeing C-17 Globemaster III. The C-5 is among the largest military aircraft in the world. The C-5 Galaxy's development was complicated, including significant cost overruns, and Lockheed suffered significant financial difficulties. Shortly after entering service, cracks in the wings of many aircraft were discovered and the C-5 fleet was restricted in capability until corrective work was completed. The C-5M Super Galaxy is an upgraded version with new engines and modernized avionics designed to extend its service life to 2040 and beyond. The USAF has operated the C-5 since 1969. In that time, the airlifter supported U.S. military operations in all major conflicts including Vietnam, Iraq, Yugoslavia, and Afghanistan, as well as Allied support. Ruslan, Ukrainian, and -124 Ruslan, Russian. Antonov and -124, Ruslan, NATO reporting name. Condor, is a large, strategic airlift, four-engined aircraft that was designed in the 1980s by the Antonov Design Bureau in the Ukrainian SSR, then part of the Soviet Union, USSR. The N-124 is the world's second heaviest gross weight production cargo airplane and heaviest operating cargo aircraft, behind the destroyed one-off Antonov and 225 MRIYA, a greatly enlarged design based on the N-124, and the Boeing 747-8. The N-124 remains the largest military transport aircraft in service.
Volga 2612 behind the landing, Embraer 145 via Alpha 1, line up and wait runway 27 behind. Volga 2612, report ready for departure.
Calling on ready for departure, Volga 2612.